Terence Crawford says he thinks Errol Spence feels he gave up too much in negotiations, but feels he got exactly what he wanted. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red. But let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, the big homie, Terence Bud Crawford, recently gave an interview, and he spoke about the negotiating process between him and Errol Spence Jr. I wanted to give my 400 nickels on what Bud had to say and break it down for anybody listening.
Just felt like I was worth X amount, and they felt like I wasn't, and they wanted to do the deal a certain way, and I wanted to do the deal the fair way, and Errol Spence seen it, and he probably felt like he gave up too much, you know, at the end when it was all said and done. But I felt like everything was fair.
All right, y'all. So what did Bud say? Basically, he said that he feels like Errol Spence feels that he gave up too much ground in negotiation. And why would he say that? Maybe he says that because he beat Errol Spence. Maybe he says that because maybe Errol Spence might feel he got taken advantage of by Bud by, you know, agreeing to certain things, feeling that he would win the fight. You know, I don't know what exactly was Bud's motivation for bringing this specific topic up, but I'm glad he did because it gives me a chance to address another topic. That is, people saying that Terence Crawford was blackballed.
I'm curious to see, because for the last 3 generations I've been speaking, no one's been listening. But this generation does. You know, I've been ridiculed before from my perspective because everyone was scared. They wanted to be in survival mode. They didn't want to mess up their position. They looked at other people as the plug, other coaches.
That Terence Crawford was stalled out of all these big fights. And I wanted to break down why I don't feel like that's necessarily the case. And it's actually opposite of what a lot of Terence Crawford fans feel. So the reason I'm saying that is this. Okay, so Terence Crawford says that he feels like Errol Spence believes he gave up too much ground in the negotiating process. Well, to me, if Errol Spence is the one giving up ground, that means that he's the one offering you contracts. Like, you are basically waiting for him to send you a contract. And it's always been a situation that Errol Spence was the A side in the original fight because he held so many titles. Now, if Terence Crawford isn't the one getting approached, you know, as the one putting the contracts together, then that means that Terence Crawford is the one going to them for the contract. So if they're actually offering you contracts, how could you be getting blackballed?
When I came to the welterweight division, I called out all the champions except Sean Porter. I called out all the champions. I wanted them all, you know, at that time, and I wasn't able to get in the ring with any of them. And at that point in time, they was calling Errol Spence the boogeyman, and my reply was, how is he the boogeyman when I'm chasing him?
This is why I say that I don't rock with Terence Crawford, because he contradicts himself when he starts to talk. And maybe this is what Bob Earl noticed about him, and the reason that Bob Earl wanted to stop fooling around with him is because he contradicts himself so much. Now, you can't say in one breath that, hey, they're blackballing me, but in the same breath you say that, hey, they're sending me contracts, I just don't like the contracts. That's not blackballing. That's not blackballing. That's you disagreeing with some business terms, and you maybe even playing a little petty with the business terms because you don't agree with them. But at the same time, you're saying that they're blackballing you. That's definitely not being blackballed.
See, what people have to understand is starting a business means being broke for a little while. Don't think starting a business means automatically I'm rich. It means you're going to get tested. It's not for everybody, this grind. It's not meant to be easy. If you cry every time or you're upset every time there's a challenge, you're not a boss. A boss's job is to fix problems.
You know, for anybody who wants to come into my chat, and they're still going to come in and say what they want to say, I have no problem with that. But for anybody coming into the chat from now on saying that Terence Crawford was blackballed, or saying that Terence Crawford was the one pushing for the fight to happen and Errol Spence was the one stalling.
Not up in here!
Terence Crawford has admitted that they were sending him contracts. People have sent him contracts in the past. So if they're sending you contracts, you can't be getting blackballed. And this is by your own admission.
Is he the boogeyman when I'm chasing him?
So y'all gotta stop with the BS here from now on, man. Or I will start blocking people. I don't block people normally, even if they say something crazy to me. I don't really care. I don't know you in real life. We're never gonna see each other in real life, so you can say what you want to say. It don't really bother me at all, you know. At all, you know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna come in spewing nonsense and have other people believing nonsense, then I might start blocking people that are taking it to an extreme.
Oh.
You know, I might not block you if you just got something interesting to say that's opposing me, but I might block you if you say some nonsensical stuff that's really extreme from now on. So just know that, you know. But, you know, this is by Bud's own admission. They can't be, you know, offering you contracts and blackballing you at the same time. So, yeah, I agree that Errol Spence probably feels like he gave up way too much in the negotiating space.
Just that sometimes I wish I had somebody at home who cared about me and not just the $20 bill burning a hole in my pocket. Oh.
This is why I said what I said last year. He should just stick with the contract that he sent. And if Bud doesn't want to fight, you know, he just has to walk away, you know. I feel like he should have walked away last year, to be honest with you, and that's kind of the reason I stopped talking about the fight and started talking about Gervonta Davis, was because I'm a big Davis fan, and, you know, if Terence Crawford is going to play petty, especially with what he did with the Avanesyan situation, then you don't even really need to wait around for this guy. But at the same time, if he didn't do that, he would have got chewed up in the history books. And Errol Spence knows that. This is why I think he probably feels he gave up a little bit too much, but you can't change the past.
Floyd Mayweather, since he was 7, was told what to do, became the greatest boxer the world's ever seen. Tiger Woods was told what to do. Since he was a kid, became the greatest golfer. Michael Jackson was told what to do and became the greatest entertainer that's ever lived. Point being is, I think that when people are given direction, their achievement in life is a lot better than having so much free time on their hands.
You can only get better, stronger, and try to redeem yourself in this rematch, which he got about 4 days, I think 3 or 4 days to announce the rematch. Even though I agree with some other things that have been said about this, that I agree that it's probably already been agreed to, and they probably already know Errol Spence's wishes to pursue the rematch. It's just not going to be announced until a specific date, so they get a lot of attention on their rematch. I think it's going to happen. I'm 100% sure it's going to happen. I think that Errol Spence did give up too much in negotiation, and I believe Bud got exactly what he wanted, and it leaves a little egg on Spence's face, but we grown men, we're going to move on, and we're going to avenge ourselves in the rematch.
Don't hit me, Super. In the cycle of abuse now, before I pass it on to the next generation.
No, stay. I want you to.
Really?
Yeah, sit and rejoice with me, Smokey. For I have tasted of the water which when you drink it, you'll never thirst again.
Are you crazy? You're supposed to cut that with something. We gotta get you to an emergency room.
No, I'm talking about the love of God.
Super, look at me. God doesn't love me, and I don't blame him. Look at my life.
Smokey, listen to me. You are one of God's beautiful creatures.
I am?
And you can change your life.
But Raul said he'd kill me if I testified.
So let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. but you're more than likely to get a response on the tube, so holler at me over there. If you want to collabo, feature a product or your channel on my channel, feel free to hit my Gmail, because it is a flock of cards at gmail.com. And we are mine.
Now who you know better? Dolce & Gabbana umbrella, keep the weather off the leather. Life's a bitch, and I'm sure you let her. She try to hold me down, but you know I wouldn't let her. I go so cold, drove in the joke. Hoes in the car, getting low off the hard. Wake up, bitch, I show you where it is. 502, let me show you where I live. Wake up, bitch. They sleeping on the field. Freak up in them heels, getting freaky off the pill. I told that bitch I been that nigga, I been that spizzer, I been hair hooks like Lou Well Cinder. I'm killing all them boys going dirty. It's your boy Keys, player, this is my year. Hey, we got the good rockin' front to back. Ain't gonna be no hating shit around here. Hey, is that for us? Is that for us? Is that for us? Fucks with it, fucks with it. Is that for us? Is that for us? Fucks with it. I'm doing it, moving it, proving it. Come through with it, go ahead, move it, bitch. Young Lewis is way too cool with it. I keep a chicken in the bird like ludicrous. I got a stupid clique, hooligans, bruise your shit. Not the type of cat you wanna get into it with. Keep running your mouth, I'ma put a shoe in it. Won't stop till I'm super rich, nigga, you's a bitch. And I'm the best thing left, man. Wet game, leave your dame with a sweat stain. So niggas wanna start shit when I'm riding with they bird like Leonard Part 6 times. You know them boys going dirty. It's your boy Keys, player, this is my year. Hey, we got the club rockin' front to back. Ain't gonna be no hating shit around here. Hey.